It's so easy to fake success in entrepreneurship. You see, once you start a business, you can go around, tell everybody, oh, I have a business, oh, I got my LLC, but you're not making any money. And it's also easy to fall into imposter syndrome when you're an entrepreneur, because a lot of people will give you accolades. They'll be, so amazed that you actually started a business. They'll make all these comments like, oh my God, I've always wanted to start a business. I'm not gonna say everybody, but people, when they hear that you started a business, there's an assumption that you're making money. Even if you're not making money, there's an assumption. And so it's easy as an entrepreneur to fall into the lie and the hype that you're actually doing well and that you're actually making money and that you're successful and all these different things. But when really you're struggling. And with that comes the imposter syndrome. In rooms where people are actually being successful, in rooms where people are actually making money, in rooms where people are actually making a difference, here you are not making any money or very little money when you're barely getting any clients. Hence the imposter syndrome. And that's a huge thing for people to overcome. But the reality is, success comes from a feeling that you have on the inside that you are actually making a difference. Success is bigger than the money. Success is bigger than the car. It's bigger and it's different than, the bank account size. It's different and bigger than, having the fancy title, saying, oh, I'm a CEO. CEO of what? The reality is you have to be successful on the inside, no matter what you're doing. Even if you're working a job, working in corporate America, you're successful already. At least you should feel that way. Like I said, no matter what you're doing, you have to feel like you are successful from within. You gotta see the winner. You gotta see yourself a winner. You gotta have the expectations of a winner, meaning that whatever table you show up in, whatever room you show up in, or whatever table you sit at, you gotta feel like you're a winner already. The winner is within you. It is a feeling. It is a knowing that whatever you put your hands to will prosper. Whatever you touch is going to turn to gold. And that has nothing to do with your title, but it has everything to do with your self-perception. It has to do with the image that you have of yourself. And that's the key. What are you doing as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, or even as a 9-to-5 employee? What are you doing to build up your self-image, your self-perception? It's so easy to fake those things, to put on nice clothes and wear a business suit and, look fancy. But at the end of the day, how do you really feel on the inside? What is that image? What is that perception? Do you really see the winner within? And it's important to see yourself as a winner. And it's important to decide, what does winning look like to you? What does a winner look like to you? How do you know when you're winning? I'll say this. I've learned that there's no such thing, or that we have to get outside the notion that it's about either winning or losing. Get rid of the idea of winning or losing and take on the new perspective and the new mindset that is really about winning or learning. Both of those, when you tap in, both of those things are hugely important. But in my opinion, learning is the most important. And sure, we all want to win, but when you have the right mindset, no matter what you do, even when you so-called lose, if you learned, you won. So there's only winning or learning if you really have the right mindset. And if you know that you are always either winning or learning, ultimately, you're always winning. So you're never a loser. You are never a loser. You're either winning or you're learning. So get that perspective, get that mindset, and you'll always be successful in your own eyes. The Clarity Doctor signing out. Clarity Doctor Coaching, where you learn more, do more, and be more. Clarity Doctor Coaching.